All right, we'll begin with some breaking news that is coming in at this moment. Firing has in fact been reported at an ATM in Yusufgura area of Hyderabad. Money, jewelry has in fact been taken from a woman. A person walked into the ATM with a pistol at around 8 this morning. The accused's face reportedly was not covered and is likely to be identified soon. Police is already at the location and is examining the closed-circuit television camera footage. More information, in fact, coming in is that the girl is a call center employee, lives in a hostel nearby. The person is said to have fired in the air. Hyderabad Police Commissioner Mahendra Reddy said he asked for her PIN number, that is the ATM PIN number. We'll try getting in a word now from Editor South TS Sudhir. Sudhir, can you just tell us in greater detail what exactly happened in this particular incident? It almost now appears that ATMs, particularly early morning, when there are fewer people in the marketplace, have almost become looting zones.
Well, Sanket, at this point of time, details pretty sketchy. We do not know whether there was a security guard also deployed at this particular ATM, which is in the Yusufgura, which is the western part of Hyderabad. As you said, the person was working in a call center. She lived in a hostel nearby. In fact, that area has a number of hostels. And this armed man, who was apparently carrying a 9mm pistol, fired in the air and looted the woman of money. We don't know how much money was taken from her, which she probably had withdrawn just then from the ATM in Yusufgura. What we are told by the Hyderabad police is that he had asked for a PIN number and he did not seem to have covered his face. So what they're expecting is that once the CCTV footage is examined, they will be able to probably identify and locate the person, is what the Hyderabad police is really expecting at this point in time.
Sudhir, so the information that you're giving us at this moment is that the pistol was actually, the round of fire actually was fired in the air and not at this particular victim.
Yes, he fired in the air essentially to scare the victim, is the impression that the Hyderabad police has at this point in time. This incident, in fact, just comes 3 days after the incident in Bengaluru, where a security guard was killed at 3 o'clock in the morning. And as you said, raises huge concerns about the kind of security which is there at different ATMs, because they're spread all over different cities in India, and obviously security is a major concern. But at this point in time, what the Hyderabad Police Commissioner is telling us is that the effort is on to nab this culprit who has looted money from this particular victim, and also since he is armed, he could actually cause any harm to anyone who tries to nab him. So their main concern at this point of time is to arrest this person at the earliest.
Now, Sudhir, what we are showing right now are the previous instances that have taken place where we have highlighted how ATMs have almost become, looting zones. There is concern over safety and security of people. Particularly, there are these time bands. They may be 24-hour ATM zones, but there are these particular time bands like early morning, late, wee hours of the morning, very late in the night, is when most of these incidents are happening. Like you recall, and the visuals that we are playing on the screen right now, the horrific Bengaluru incident where a person attacked a victim or a lady with a machete.
Absolutely. That happened in November 2013, and the person has still not been caught. Similarly, the incident which took place in Bengaluru at 3 o'clock in the morning on the outskirts of the city, a remote area, again the person has not been nabbed, even though the security guard, a person from Assam, was killed in cold blood. So obviously, security remains a concern. The only solace that the police have in both instances is that the person was recorded on CCTV, yet that has not really provided any kind of breakthrough in the two cases in Bengaluru. So Bengaluru, despite having a lot of CCTV, a lot of security guards, still not really safe as far as ATMs are concerned. This is probably the first of its kind incident taking place as far as Hyderabad is concerned, and obviously the police will really have to look at the security mechanism which is deployed at many of the ATMs in different parts of the city.
Now, what has the Hyderabad police actually told you, Sudhir, as far as this particular case is concerned? Has the person been identified? Is the victim safe, first to start with? And well, was there a guard? Was there a guard? That is the most crucial point, because most of us, you and me, everyone goes to an ATM thinking that there will be a guard outside for some basic amount of safety.
Well, what we are told is that the victim is in a state of shock. Obviously, she has been looted at gunpoint, so she is in a state of shock. No, the assailant has not been identified. They will now be looking at the CCTV footage because this incident happened just an hour back. at around 8 o'clock in the morning. This is a busy area. Yusufgura is an extremely busy area of Hyderabad, which I said, a lot of hostels, a lot of institutes out there, so it's a very busy area. So they are trying to look at how it will also be actually very easy for an assailant to make a getaway, but given the fact that he is armed, that remains a point of concern for the Hyderabad police. They say that he had not covered his face, so they are hoping that they would be able to identify him through CCTV footage, probably show his photograph around in that area in case that person happens to be a local. So the fact that with a lot of bravado is actually fired in the air to loot money from this particular person who works in a call center there, lives in that particular area, is what is really baffling the police.
All right, Sudhir, thanks for joining us at this moment and getting us all these reports. So that's a incident that has been reported early this morning at 8 a.m. We are also expecting to get some ground reports very soon. As far as this incident is concerned, very busy Yusufgura market there in Hyderabad.